George Lakoff, Whose Freedom? The Battle Over America's Most Important Idea. Dive into the battlefield of ideas as we explore Whose Freedom? The Battle Over America's Most Important Idea by George Lakoff. This book highlights the ongoing struggle between progressives and conservatives over the definition and application of a freedom in the United States. The book takes a closer look at the different perspectives that shape each side's ideology and their respective interpretations of U.S. Constitution. Throughout the summary, you'll gain insights into how language and cognitive processes play a crucial role in shaping our understanding of freedom and the political landscape. Get ready to witness the tug-of-war that will shape America's values and future.
The battle over freedom. A fierce political battle is happening in the U.S. over the definition of freedom. The progressives champion a concept of freedom that has evolved with society and is based on a flexible interpretation of the Constitution. Meanwhile, conservatives seek to return to a strict interpretation of the document as they see it. This tug-of-war over the word freedom is taking place in areas such as voting rights, public education, media, public health, and workers' rights. The stakes are high because the meaning of freedom is crucial to the American identity and could shape the political landscape for years to come. Ultimately, the ownership of the definition of freedom is a battle for domination over the culture defined by that idea and should not go unnoticed by the citizens of America. Bush's misunderstanding of freedom. President George W. Bush's repeated use of the words freedom and liberty in his speeches and military campaigns undermined the four freedoms identified by President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The Bush administration's policies restricted freedom of speech, religion, and curtailed opposition groups, increasing fear and promoting an atmosphere of terror. The administration's definition of freedom was so alien to progressives that many could not even understand it. Bush and his allies' idea of freedom contradicted the very principles they claimed to support. The power of frames and words. Words have a massive cognitive impact on us, and the way we frame an idea or a situation impacts our perception and action. According to cognitive science, the brain forms neural connections between words, and the frequency of word usage strengthens these connections. The common misconception that words have a fixed meaning is far from true. Even simple concepts like freedom have different connotations for people based on their experiences, values, and cultural background. Conservatives have been better than progressives in using frames and metaphors to shape people's ideas and assumptions, largely due to their control of political infrastructure and media. It results in a difference in how both groups perceive common sense. The cognitive impact of words and frames affects more than just personal perception but also shapes people's societal values, goals, and even the concept of right and wrong in the world. Metaphorical models in American politics. Political beliefs of progressives and conservatives derive from metaphors related to parenting styles. The American political landscape has been deeply influenced by metaphors of family dynamics, and these metaphors act as frameworks that shape political attitudes. Progressives view the government as a nurturing parent, while conservatives prefer a more authoritarian and disciplinary parent. The nurturing parent metaphor emphasizes empathy as a key value and highlights the concern for the well-being of others. This belief originates from the American Revolutionary period, where individual freedom meant everyone's security and prosperity, and community welfare depended on it. It led to the creation of governmental departments responsible for public health, safety, welfare, communication, finance, banking, transportation, education, and justice. In the conservative framework, freedom is a commodity that requires restraint to avoid harm to people and society. Overall, both progressive and conservative metaphors play important roles in shaping American politics, and reframing the ways people think about them can lead to a broadening of perspectives and the extension of free will. Defining the 6 types of progressive thinkers. Progressives are categorized into 6 types based on areas of concern, including socio-economic, identity politics, environmental, civil liberties, religious, and anti-authoritarian. Unlike conservatives, progressives are not united under a particular ideology. They can be idealists, pragmatists, or militants and often focus on their differences, which weakens their movement. The conservative view of freedom. Conservatives define freedom differently than the traditional American view. In their view, freedom is akin to a family dynamic where the father, or government, protects and disciplines the children, or citizens. They believe in laissez-faire capitalism driven by self-interest and oppose charity for those who cannot support themselves. Taxation, regulation and legal penalties are also opposed and considered detrimental to the business environment. Conservatives come in different varieties including financial conservatives, libertarians, social conservatives, fundamentalists, and neoconservatives. Each variety places emphasis on different beliefs ranging from individual moral authority to traditional social and gender roles, to strict observance of the Ten Commandments. Conservatives believe that it is up to individuals to make their own living through hard work, discipline, and ethical behavior. If progressives do not continue to expand American freedoms, conservatives will contract them. The blurred lines of society. The book argues that conservatives believe in individual responsibility while progressives focus on society's influence. The concept of economic freedom is questioned as the book highlights the presence of inequality and non-level playing fields. The rich become richer while the working poor find it challenging to escape low-paying jobs. The authors believe that both individuals and society should be responsible for growth and development, and not just one of them. The power of words. Our worldviews and behavior are shaped by the words, concepts, and ideas that live deep in our brains. In order to maintain independent thought, we must challenge manipulative phrases like tax and spend, ownership society, and liberal elite. It's time to recognize the power behind words and take control of our own thinking.
In conclusion, Whose Freedom emphasizes the ongoing battle between two political ideologies, progressives and conservatives, over the definition and true essence of a freedom. The book highlights that cognitive processes and language play vital roles in shaping our understanding and perception of this highly contested idea. By examining the different perspectives and approaches used by these two ideologies, readers gain a better comprehension of the relevance and significance of these opposing forces in America. Understanding the language used in politics and identifying the underlying values and motives behind each ideology is crucial to understanding the nature of the political landscape, as well as to preserving and advancing the fundamental guiding principles of the nation.